Hey, welcome back to A-Aron Reacts, and we're back for another Ren, and this one is Money Ties. Now, this was just dropped, 2 days ago? 2 days ago, as I make this. And so, many of you said this is Money Game Part 4, and I just finished up Money Game 1, 2, and 3, and ultimately I did Eden after that. I had promised several of you, and that is, I think there's definitely some correlation, but many of you have called this Money Game Part 4. And so I'm really excited and eager to get to it. Now, super quick before I do, we have had several of you join our membership, and this is going to be the second video that those in the membership are going to see 1, 2, 3 days in advance of everybody else, and we'll start to add their comments and actually get seen first and so forth, as well as make special requests for me and communicate more. So if that's something that interests you, check out a link in the description. Regardless, let's jump right into this, and here we go.
Godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into the world, and we cannot take anything out of the world. But if we have food and clothing, with these we will be content. But those who desire...
Okay, so right out of the gate, musically, we hear this nice, string and vocal girl with a very sweet voice, with this kind of nice message. But then as there's complexity, the strings kind of go into it, and, clearly they're talking about...
And we cannot take anything out of the world. But if we have food and clothing, with these we will be content. But those who desire to be...
Yeah, so there's complexity in it. So the strings indicate the complexity. It's not all straightforward. So let's continue, hopefully not interrupted this time.
If we have food and clothing, with these we will be content. But those who desire to be rich fall into temptation, into a snare, into many senseless and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and destruction. For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evils. It is through this craving that some have wandered away from the path and pierced themselves with the many pangs of greed.
Yeah, so I'm going to stop there again because I think that's a quote from the Bible, if I'm not mistaken. The love of money is the root of all evil, or something along those lines. And it's obviously commonly used. There was something else I was going to comment on, but I already forgot, so...
And pierced themselves with the many pangs of greed.
Money makes the world go round. Money makes a pure man lawless, proud. Money makes a man's verb consummate the noun. Cause an action to a thing.
Money makes a man's verb consummate the noun, right? A noun is a subject. It's a thing. And a verb puts action to that noun. And money's the verb that consummates the noun. It's the thing that gets you in motion. It's the thing that actually moves and consummates, right? That is a bar right there. My gosh. Right out of the gate, Ren.
Pure man, lawless, proud. Money makes a man's verb consummate the noun. Cause an action to a thing is inspired by the pound or the dollar, false profit.
An action within is inspired by the pound, right? The British pound, I assume. Jeez, oh, PT, just playing on each other.
Preach profit and we follow. When the scholar teach dishonor, that's a bit the pill to swallow. The biggest bank robber are the banks and the politicians, but judiciary are whores, what a shock. When we lose sight of live and let live, forget your soul is made much richer by the love that you give. If you're living just to make a living, that's all that is. And when you're lying, slowly dying, well you die with a grin. Now digging up the root of evil, money too like a blade. You can slice across the jugular or...
Sorry, there's a lot to unpack there, and I do have the lyrics up. And so I want to go through some of this. Cause an action to a thing is inspired by the pound or the dollar. False prophet preach profit and we follow. When the scholar teach dishonor, that's a bitter pill to swallow. The biggest bank robber are the banks and the politicians, but judiciary are whores. What a shocker, right? So, the biggest bank robber are the banks and the politicians. That is such a powerful line, right? The one that robs you, the one that is most corrupt, are the systems themselves, are those in power, which certainly is a continuation of what we've seen in Money Game by all stretch, or by no stretch, I should say. When we lose sight of live and let live, so be free. When we lose sight of that and just enjoying, forget your soul is made much richer by the love that you give. Wow. So the act of giving is so powerful. Actually, that's a lesson that I've taught my kids, and they're charitable, which is amazing. If you're living just to make a living, that's all there is. And when you're lying, slowly dying, will you die with a grin? These are bars.
And when you're lying, slowly dying, will you die with a grin? Now digging up the root of evil, money too like a blade. You can slice across the jugular or carve and create. But when the money ain't the means, but the means is the money, you start to compromise ideals for dollars, morals get bloody. Now let me tell you a little story about a boy named Ren. Born March 1990 in the Celtic Welsh ends. We didn't have much, but mum and dad, they made enough to put hot meals on the table, fill our bellies full of love. A little sister fell into the picture. Oh my God, we loved her, made our family richer. Then we both got older, world a little colder. Life, it had a way of chipping away at that shoulder. I held her and I told her, hierarchy, status exists. Sometimes the purity of youth gets snatched, leaving you stripped. You'll learn that love is not enough, it's not a world for a kid. So toughen up and buckle up, because it's bumpy as shit. And there'll be those who take advantage of the light in your soul. And there'll be times you feel the cup you're filling leaking with holes. And that dark can get much darker, we all must grow old. But listen up, my little sister, hold these words to your close. Keep that kind heart kind, humankind are in need. Never ever let this world make you bitter like me. Because this world needs love, and love it leaks from you, see. Sis, this world needs light, and you're the brightest I see. I see your wings have feather more than ever. Mine were torn by my oppressor. Sickness scorn me, but whatever. By your side we fly together. Give me flight when I could never. A releasing of the pressure, and the pressure makes a diamond. I will shine with you forever. Fuck greed, fuck the...
Oh, there's a transition. Okay. My goodness. He went back to himself. Right? Let me tell you a little story about a boy named Ren. Here we go again. Let me tell you a little story, but now it's about him. Yo, that alone, right? This is like his cue, as many of you said. And I saw this in Eden. We've seen it again. Let me tell you a little story. But now he's talking about himself, a boy named Ren. My gosh. And, born 1990 in the Celtic Welsh ends. We didn't have much, but mom and dad, they made enough to put hot meals on the table, fill our bellies full of love. A little sister fell into the picture. Oh my God, we loved her, made our family richer. And so he's playing off richer here, basically saying that richer isn't just material possessions or the wealth, but it's the love, right? We loved her, made our family richer. So that's a play right there. Oh man. Then we both got older, world a little colder, right? World a little colder. I don't think he's talking literally temperature-wise. He's talking about the world has come tougher. They've realized as they've gotten older how the world can be. Life had a way of chipping away at our shoulder. Yep, I held her and I told her, hierarchy status exists. Sometimes the purity of youth gets snatched, leaving you stripped. Here we go again with hierarchy. We saw this in Eden. We saw this in Money Game. He talks about that hierarchy, right? And he's saying that it robs you of that purity. The purity of youth gets snatched, leaving you stripped. You'll learn that love is not enough. It's not a world for kid. So toughen up and buckle up, because it's bumpy as shit. And there will be those who take advantage of the light in your soul, and there will be times you feel the cup you're feeling leaking with holes. Wow. There's times where it's going to be really tough. There's times where there's light, where there's, you get excited and you're looking forward to things and you can see the light. And then there's times where there's going to be difficulties, challenges, right? The cup you're filling leaking with holes. It keeps emptying on the other side. That imagery, he's painting a picture, right? And that dark can get much darker. We all must grow old. But listen up, my little sister, hold these words to you close. So now he's teaching a lesson. He's becoming that prophet, that teacher that I talked about in Eden. Keep that kind heart, kind humankind are in need. Never ever let this world make you bitter like me. Despite all that's going to happen to you, you hold on to your true self. You become you. You be the good person that you are. Again, good versus evil. Don't let that greed, that corruption get to you. Sis, this world needs light, and you're the brightest I see. Wow. That is just special to me. Sorry, guys, I'm thinking about my brother. I lost him a few years back. I see your wings have feather more than ever. Your wings have feather more than ever. So in other words, your wings are lighter or stronger, lighter, right? You can soar higher, you can fly more. Mine were torn by my oppressor, sickness scorned me, but whatever. So I've got battle wounds and scars. I'm not as innocent, I'm not as pure, and I don't have the ability. But don't let that get to you. You stay true to yours. By your side we fly together. Give me flight when I could never. A releasing of the pressure, and the pressure makes a diamond, right? That's ultimately what makes a diamond. I will shine with you forever. Wow, just this bond. So basically, he is obviously very tight with his sister. That love is special. And he's trying to say, let me be a mentor to you. Let me guide you. And you know what? Together we'll guide each other.
Full of love, a little sister fell into the picture. Oh my God, we loved her, made our family richer. Then we both got older, world a little colder. Life, it had a way of chipping away at that shoulder. I held her and I told her, hierarchy, status exists. Sometimes the purity of youth gets snatched, leaving you stripped. You'll learn that love is not enough, it's not a world for a kid. So toughen up and buckle up, because it's bumpy as shit. And there'll be those who take advantage of the light in your soul. And there'll be times you feel the cup you're filling leaking with holes. And that dark can get much darker. We all must grow old. But listen up, my little sister, hold these words to your close. Keep that kind heart kind, humankind are in need. Never ever let this world make you bitter like me, because this world needs.
I love how he's looking at himself in the mirror as he says that. Keep that kind heart kind. He's talking to himself through his sister, right? He's like vicariously repositioning himself through that ocarina of time, back in time. I might as well draw references to other things as I go through this, right? But imagining himself more innocent and being able to talk to him former self, maybe current self, to say, look, heed your own advice, as he's talking to his sister as well.
Love and love, it leaks from you, see. Sis, this world needs light, and you're the brightest I see.
That staircase right there is just epic.
Sis, this world needs light, and you're the brightest awesome. I see. I see your wings have feather more than ever. Mine were torn by my oppressor.
And he's got these scenes where he's by himself, right? He's living this loneliness, but she has the feather. So it's this imagery of he's by himself because of what he's been through, which, Ren, if you ever watch this, then amazing. But you're not by yourself. We are here with you. You've risen up, these renegades that absolutely love and support you and are here with you. Like, you are not alone.
Sickness gone be, but whatever. By your side we fly together. Give me flight when I could never. A releasing of the pressure, and the pressure makes it.
Oh, wow. Give me flight as she walks down the flight of stairs.
Sickness gone be, but whatever. By your side we fly together. Give me flight when I could never. A releasing of the pressure, and the pressure makes a diamond. I will shine with you forever.
And the pressure, the lights flickering, and look, notice the music building, the tensions building. We're going to have to address music separately here. But it's repeating. It's kind of got this repeating theme.
A releasing of the pressure, and the pressure makes a diamond. I will shine with you forever. Fuck greed, fuck depression, fuck bullies, fuck the jealous. Fuck every man who made you feel less than a treasure. And fuck a world that makes us feel small. Fuck the forces that divide us. Now's the time to stand tall, because money makes the world go round. Money makes the sick boy sicker somehow. Money gets a man mugged.
Renegades. Fuck it. There's no point of the censorship here with Ren. I don't know how I'm going to deal with it yet, if I'm going to do it separately, if I'm going to put a message at the beginning of this video, but as I'm making this, you've seen me battle, internal struggle, but also listening to you, trying to educate myself, not to be rash with my decisions, to actually listen and learn and grow from it. But also, it's not so simple. Someone made a comment like, why are you so worried about a word? Well, guys, obviously censorship would not be the big topic that it is had it not been a complex topic. But I'm going to say to you here right now, in the moment with Ren going crazy here, fuck it. Here as it relates to this one, his messaging is so clear here, and he says, fuck greed, fuck depression, fuck bullies, fuck the jealous, fuck every man who made you feel less than a treasure, and fuck a world that makes us feel small, fuck the forces that divide us. Now's the time to stand calm. Stand tall. So basically he's saying, you know what? Screw all the bull. Right? Dang.
The sick boy sick.
And by the way, I don't make that decision lightly.
Round. Money makes the sick boy sicker somehow. Money gets a man mug punched in his mouth. Money run the gang thug, drug money plow. Money makes open case close. Money bend love, make war, make ghosts. Money gives a poor man hope. Money saves lives, takes.
He's using Autotune. I did not expect that. So while I've got it stopped, let's check that out. But he's using Autotune with his voice. Money makes the world go round. Money makes the sick boy sicker somehow. And I know there's a video of sick boy spelled like this, and many of you in your comments have used that B-O-I spelling of this. So, clearly I don't understand the full nuances of that, but clearly I think he's referring to himself as the sick boy, and money makes it worse. Money gets a man mugged, punched in his mouth, right? We saw that to the death in Tales of Jenny and Screech. Money run the gang thug, drug money blow. Money makes open case close, right? So talking about legal battles and so forth. Money bend law, make war, make ghosts, right? It's just corrupting everything, gives a poor man hope. Wow, I missed that in rapid fire, right? But then he switches. Wow, he switches. Money gives a poor man hope. Money saves lives, takes lives, money both. Yo. He just flipped at 180 on us. Where it's like money's the root of all evils and boom, 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 boom. And then he's like, but money gives a poor man hope. Money can lift up. Money saves lives. But don't forget it takes lives. It's both. Truce. And what is up with that Autotune?
Lives, money both. Money isn't, money's just that. Money's just a concept. People are trying, tax up the.
I think he's just trying to give it a little bit more flow. I can't see the meaning of that. I mean, he highlights that, and it's a concept that people attract. So he's highlighting those, but there's many ways. I think it's just an artistic choice. I don't think it necessarily means anything specific.
Money saves lives, takes lives, money both. Money isn't, money's just that. Money's just a concept. People are trying, tax up the.
So now he's calm in the car there. He's saying it and saying it casually that it's just a concept. So in other words, it's all going on, but at the end of the day, don't let it get to you. Don't let it be, ruin you. Don't let it drive you. Don't let that greed affect you. Don't let it corrupt you. I could totally see how this is part 4 Money Game.
Money's just a concept. People are trying, tax up the poor man, feed up the fire. Money's just cash. Take money, take money, take money, take. Fake money, fake money, fake money, fake. Money ties, ayy. Money lies, money lies, ayy.
That it? No people, no profit. And by the way, it's been a while, but I talked about this before. If you see me looking off the side, I've got a much bigger screen. Sometimes I have it pretty big here, big enough, but sometimes I do like to get the full screen thing, right? So just allow me to do that. No people, no profit. It's also where I go to click to control the video, right? It's my source. So then he takes it home with take money, take money, take money, take fake money, fake money, fake money, fake. Money ties, A, money lies, I. So I think he's just this whole rhythmic side of it in repetition. I think actually, let's break for a minute. Let me just take a moment and analyze the music and, come back to you here. Okay, I'm over here at my keyboard to do a little bit of a music analysis for this one. Now, most of this song is a very straightforward chord progression in a minor key, which again, minor kind of gives you that sad, melancholic type of feel. There is some major woven into it a little bit, but for the most part, that progression is quite simple and straightforward and repeating. And using a lot of the same notes for the melody, that the chords kind of bounce around that. And in fact, one of those themes that we see a lot, especially towards the end, we see this kind of, right? And then we see a more simpler version of just with the strings, right? So instead of the dancing, the strings just kind of come in this like that, which is part of the same chord structure that he uses a lot throughout. And in fact, he even has the beginning, which is kind of a chord of a minor, where at the end he kind of spells that out and almost arpeggiates it. So he's using a lot of the same repetition, creating that rhythmic flow that matches his rap, and then just in general, kind of that minor sound throughout. Okay, yeah, so that concept of, the repetition, the consistent themes and so forth, I think he's just showing that this is happening. And you can either choose to participate in it, you can choose to be run by it, you could choose to influence it, you could choose to make it worse, or you could live your life. And you know what? It's a factor. It's around us. It could be used for good or it could be used for evil. Let's use it for good. Let's go back to the lessons of Eden. Let's unite. Let's gather. Let's create something better. We can use money for good there. We can raise money for charity. We can actually use it for the good side of it, not just the evil side. Powerful messaging. And again, the delivery. It's nice little slower rap groove with it, and he has a couple moments where he's spitting a little bit more, and he builds pressure, and builds tension and volume and a number of other things musically as he goes through. But at the end of the day, this is just a rhyme that he's grooving with, and I think that goes to that repetition musically and what he's trying to convey here. So just another masterful work of art. With that, I think we'll leave it. I thank you much. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. We got several folks that are enjoying their membership. If you're interested, if you're a Renegade, get early access to videos, a number of other things. I won't go into depth in those, but you can check out the link at A-Aron.com/Ren, and we'll put a link to it here if you're interested in that. Regardless, I thank you. We will see you in the next one.